Well, we're here now at we're leaving our pickup point, and take a look at that. See that there in the median? That's a lot of cars end up in the median because of the snow, and that's just one. But we're concentrating on two topics this time. One of them is the essentials and also winter driving. If you also notice that I have a pair of sunglasses, that's another essential thing to have in the wintertime. There's a lot of things that you do need to have during the wintertime to make sure that you're properly supplied. Because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And just like that car in the ditch, let's say, for instance, I get into the ditch and I'm stuck there for quite a while. I'm going to need to have something with me. It's cold out here, so I'm going to have to make sure that I also have fuel, because if I turn this engine off and it's way below zero and all that, the fuel can gel up, and also I might need the heat to be safe. So there we go again with the essentials. We got to work on safety, and supplying yourself for the winter is all part of the safety deal. And these glasses right now that I'm wearing actually helps with the sun glare, not basically because it's sunny out, but because there's a snow blind going on with the light. Now, with storms and winter storms, you have to treat them like big cities. You try to avoid them as much as possible. You keep track of where the storm is going to be. There's a lot of different types of media out there that tracks the storms and whatever. You want to get the heads up of what's going on you. You also want to be able to keep track of it in different ways. That way you can be prepared. Special consideration for other drivers who may have less experience of how to drive in this type of weather. And even truckers. I mean, there's different truckers out here with different years of experience. Some of them are just starting out. Some have seasoned drivers. There are some that have a lot of years and they get pretty overconfident, and they become a hazard as well. One thing I do want to point out is if you are going to go to school for truck driving, as I did, back in the days that I had to get certified after I got a contracting job, and I found out that I needed to be a certified driver in order to do whatever I needed to do. The best point is, even though I was in Colorado, which helps, is that the time that you take your schooling is you should take your schooling during the winter months. This is the reason why is because that way you can learn the good points of winter driving, because you're going to have to do it. It's the time that we earn our paychecks, and it's the more support you have in the beginning, the lot easier it's going to be. It's not going to be easy. But it is going to be a lot easier than if you do like what a lot of people do. They go ahead and they go to the school during the summer months where it's nice and warm and everything like that. You learn. Then you go to a training program with a trucking company that's paying for your schooling. And let's say, for instance, you got 6 weeks to 12 weeks out to do that. Well, so far, what you've done is you took all your time in a nice month's weather or whatever, and now when it comes time that you drive solo, guess what, folks? It's winter. And guess what? There's nobody else in the other seat. And so then you have to go it alone, and pretty much you end up messing up because, hey, well, you invested in the potential, but you took the easy way. And then you're going to have to pay for it, which, if like I did, I trained in the winter. In Colorado, we have a lot of mountains. We have a lot of stuff, and I'm used to the mountains, driving, big cities, driving, how to prepare for winter and that type of stuff. I mean, right out here, as you can see, there's the visibility, the ice. There's not a whole lot out of here, but potential to be able to slide. You can end up in a ditch like that car was, and I'm going to make a special point about that car, is that during the winter months, before this road gets, right now the road, as you can see, is not really that bad. It's a little iced over. You have to respect it. But generally, the first few moments during the winter, people start to panic, and I see a lot more cars in the ditch before the snow actually accumulates on the road, because they get overconfident. They kind of hurry up to get home because they don't want to be in the storm, or they think that they've been out here so long that they know how to do it, so they don't have to worry about it, and they end up in the ditch. Come on, people. What's it going to take to realize that you got to be safe first? What do you gain out of it if you do hurry up home and you end up spinning out into the ditch and you lose that car, you lose your job, you lose your wife, or you lose the people that's in your car? It's not a risk that you should take, and you shouldn't have to take. So, winter driving, you have to respect it. And like big cities, you have to respect what it is. You have to be prepared. I'll be going over the supplies that you actually really need to be, real supplied out here for different emergencies. And like the list of the essentials, they're very important during the winter time, because you want to be able to navigate. You want to be able to see. You got to communicate very loudly and very brightly of what you're doing, because your visibility is low. Right now, our visibility is kind of diminishing because we have blowing snow, we have a little bit of rain. Depending on the load that I've got, the weight that I have. If I'm empty, I also have problems that I don't have a lot of traction with the trailer and tractor. In fact, a lot of times, if I was bobtail, which is without a tractor, I'll turn that off here. So when you have the traffic, and you want to be able to identify your intentions well ahead so they can see you. And if you can't see nobody and they can't see you, you have to really respect that. That's another problem with storms, and that's kind of year-round, is that people like this, I just want to show you a little bit, and he passed me, and well, it's not a problem, but he figured that since he was going ahead in front of my nose, go ahead and come into in front of me like that. And it's all safe and everything for him, but it's not. If something had happened in front of him, I couldn't stop. I got 80,000 pounds going down, and the moment I hit him, there's not going to be anything left. It's not something I want to do. I do have a lot of tires. I've got a lot of brakes, but I don't stop on a dime. A lot of people, four-wheelers and everything like that, they kind of suspect that maybe because I have a lot of wheels and a lot of brake systems and a lot of stuff like that to carry the load, that I can stop quicker, which is not the case. In fact, that's our biggest ability is diminished, especially during the roadways of the winter, is our stopping power. We need almost 400 feet in order to stop, and that's if I see you. If I don't see you, it's going to take a little bit longer, and that's why we kind of slowed down a little bit. We kind of do things so we can be safe. There's a lot of drivers that will be more overprotective. They're scared out here. They'll slow down and they'll impede the traffic or whatever. There's a lot of different levels of drivers out here. But the main factor of any storm so far that I've driven for all these years is the traffic. The traffic and how people deal with the storm. And it's pretty much everywhere in the United States. I haven't been anywhere that they haven't done it. They panic. And the first time the storm gets down and stuff like that, they basically slow down, which sounds safe, and it is. I would love to slow down and be safe. But the fact is, let's take a look at this. My visibility is getting kind of low. It's not too bad right now. I can still see ahead. But let's say, for instance, I get into a whiteout condition, and I can't see about 10 feet in front of me. All of a sudden, you're in front of me, and you decide, well, I can't see, so I'm gonna hit my brakes. They don't slow down; they hit their brakes. I can't see you, so by the time I get to see you, I'm already too close to you. I have slowed down because of the weather, but the fact is that there's more chance of me hitting you because I don't see you, because you slow down in the middle of the interstate. Put your flashers on. If you really have a problem, try to go over to the shoulder. Don't be in a hurry. Don't try to zip around the truck, because I can see a lot, but if I can't see you, I cannot be safe with you. And you're also putting your life and my life and everybody else's life in jeopardy because of a simple maneuver, a little risk. And it's not worth it. So this is basically what we have to endure in the winter. We have to make sure everything is A-OK, and if everything is A-OK, we should have the safe ride and safe trip, and that's what we're looking for. So we're going to go down the road and we're going to deliver this and catch you in the later. Well, it's almost at the end of the third week, and that was an exciting week, let me tell you. We had fun, and we had a lot of stuff we had to do. Not all of it was nice and pretty, but we got it done. Now I'm headed on over to Fort Dodge and getting ready to go home. And I just want to thank you for riding with me. Hope you can stay tuned for the other weeks coming up, because we're going to get a lot better. And I know I'm going to enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. And I'm glad you're going to be a part of the family. So I'm ready to go go home, go to my wife, and enjoy the festivities she has for me for this weekend. And I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you later. See you next week. Here we go.